Kids vlog. So today we're going to be talking about book Ginny versus movie Ginny. Honestly, it feels like I'm talking about two different characters because book Ginny was bold, fierce and powerful, but movie Ginny was quiet, reserved and serious. Not serious black, serious. Seriously. Anyway, we're going to be getting into the biggest differences. So starting off with point number one, we have personality. So in the Chamber of Secrets, books I'm talking about, Ginny starts off as shy, but by the Order of the Phoenix, she becomes bold, witty, and is never afraid to speak her mind. She teases Fred and George, stands up to Ron, and even snaps at Draco when he mocks her. So literally, she's really fierce by then. But in the movies, she was not that fierce. Her side of this character was absolutely erased, and her character on screen was quite, reserved, quiet, and serious. Okay, not bothering about what's going on around her. It's just like she's a background character. And moreover, Ginny didn't shine that much in the movies as much as she did in the books. Okay, because she lost that spark and humor she used to have in the books. Point number two, we have role in the group, that is the Harry Potter series. So in the books, Ginny plays the central part in Harry's circle. She trains in Dumbledore's army, fights at the Department of Mysteries, and even plays a major role at the Battle of Hogwarts. So that part of her, that side of her character was also erased in the movies. Her contributions were actually cut down because she was really brave while fighting against the Death Eaters. Because in the movies, her presence was kind of dim-lighted, and which is why she's not shown much in the movies. And her presence, her focus was less than Neville and Luna, where she was actually as strong as they are, as brave as they were. So, it made her character a bit, slightly quieter. Point number three, we have love story with Harry. So as we already know, her presence is not that highlighted in the movies, but in the books, okay? Because all the book fans know that in the books, Harry slowly notices Ginny's confidence, humor, and skills, and their relationship builds up slowly, depending on Harry's views of her and Ginny's, crush. And this natural building of their relationship started when, they finally kiss after a Quidditch win in the Gryffindor common room. And so this was actually really exciting and enchanting for the book fans. But in the movies, the romance feels rushed and awkward. I've already seen a lot of memes on them, and I felt that they were justified by this point, because the first kiss was in the room of requirement in the movies, and that was absolutely unexpected for the book fans. We never knew that they even kissed in the room of requirement. How? Nevertheless, we still found out that, okay, maybe they will kiss in the Gryffindor common room at the end. No, we did not get that moment. So that actually changed that moment from passionate, exciting to absolutely awkward. Only one word. Their relationship was awkward, rushed. Come on. Point number four, we have skills as a witch. Now we know that Ginny is a really, really powerful witch in the books because she was actually a master at the Bat Bogey Hex. And she also used it on Draco. Even Fred and George were impressed by her. And she was described as a skilled duelist, okay? And she was really good at fighting and protecting herself. But in the movies, none of this is shown. Forget the Bat Bogey Hex. She was shown as a background student. I'm telling you, every movie fan would just think her to be a background student, not as Ginny Weasley, until she was shown that this girl is Ginny Weasley. Oh, come on, she was really, really quiet in there. Nervous, especially. And for this, her magical strength was downplayed, and us book fans were not really, impressed by that. Point number five, we have Quidditch career. So in the books, we know that Ginny is a standard Quidditch player and she was really good at it. She replaces Harry as a seeker in some of the matches when he was banned from the Quidditch team because of some stupid reason given by Umbridge. Never mind. There was one of my posts, okay, in my channel where I've given the options Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, no, Harry Potter, Ginny Weasley, Draco Malfoy, and Cedric Diggory. Some of the comments said that Ginny was a chaser, not a seeker, because I asked who's the best Hogwarts seeker, but no, Ginny was a substitute seeker. So that's why I've given her as the options, okay? There's no point of saying that she is a chaser. But I thought that somehow she is a seeker at one angle because she made Gryffindor win the cup, the Quidditch Cup, when Harry was actually banned from it. So still, after Hogwarts, she further goes on to play in the team of Holyhead Harpies, and she becomes a professional Quidditch player. So that's really cool, you know. She's really good at Quidditch, that means professional, okay? But in the movies, her Quidditch journey is absolutely and almost invisible. Like, come on, we see very little of her Quidditch journey, and we never see her so much in the pitch, okay? Only sometimes in the, you know, sixth film, in the sixth era of Harry Potter, Half-Blood Prince. Only one time she says, "Shut it!" Come on. There was a lot more scenes than "shut it" and shoelaces. Okay, never mind. And the films completely skip the fact that she's a professional at Quidditch. Oh god. Never mind. These differences are absolutely crazy. Now let's move on to point number 6. Point number 6, we have relationship with her family. So in the books, Ginny's dynamic as the youngest Weasley is important. She bickers with Ron, jokes with Fred and George, and is loved and cared and protected by her family, while still carving out her own identity into a bold and fiery character. But in the movies, she was not that shown, like, you know, as dynamic and as powerful as she was in the books, okay? Apart from being introduced as Ron's sister, she was not that well developed, okay? She was just like the same way, and her interactions was not that showcased in the movies, okay? Her playful and furious side of the character was not highlighted. Point number 7, we have key lines and moments. So in the books, Ginny has a lot of sharp one-liners which are really impactful and strong, showcasing her confidence and personality. For example, she encourages Harry and others with brave words and witty remarks. There are a lot of other moments throughout the series which showcases her bold character. But in the movies, most of these impactful lines were kind of cut off, okay? Which made her quieter and like more reserved. And we got invented scenes like shoelace, okay? Which was absolutely unexpected because that was absolutely different from her fiery character, and all this came out of place and really awkward. Now, in conclusion, book Ginny is fiery, bold, witty, and powerful, as well as confident and independent, while movie Ginny is quiet and underdeveloped. Okay? Many of the book fans feel that the films did not do enough justice to her character in the movies. So what do you think? Should Ginny have much more presence on screen? Okay, if the comments are open, tell me down in the comment section. And a shout out to Philip Gamers, okay? Don't think that I ignored your comment, but still, I watched the comment, and of course, I'll make sure that my next video is gonna be on Severus Snape. Alright, till then, see you Potterheads. Tune in for next time for a new video from RK Rising Kids Bye bye!